The city of Crestwood sleeps, but at the bus depot the day quietly stirs. Fluorescent lights flicker on, illuminating rows of silent buses, metal beasts at rest. The air is thick with diesel and the memory of yesterday's journeys. Mechanics check engines, wrenches clinking in the pre-dawn hush. This is the city's circulatory system, preparing for another day. Drivers arrive, clutching coffee, exchanging tired nods. Among them is Arthur Vance, a veteran driver with 25 years behind the wheel. His route, the 117, winds from the industrial south to the quiet north. Arthur knows every turn, every stop, every pothole. He inspects his bus, tires, lights, mirrors, then logs in. Bus 808 hums to life, systems green, ready for another routine day. But the universe is full of unseen currents. Sometimes a single thread unravels the whole pattern. Today, a small, anonymous action will disrupt Arthur's predictable world. It will begin with a simple beep from a ticket machine, and end in a void of unanswered questions. A journey is about to start, one that, according to all records, will never truly finish. The first bus of the day is always the quietest. At 5:00 a.m., Route 117 glides into the dark city, nearly empty. Arthur drives through sleeping streets. The first stops are deserted. At the third stop, construction workers board, pay, and settle in. The bus fills with the city's early rhythm. Workers, then students, then commuters. At Crestwood Central Station, a nurse, a young man with headphones, and a figure in a dark overcoat board. The figure pays with an anonymous transit card. No name, no photo, just a beep. They sit in the middle, under a security camera, hands gloved, face hidden. They do not move, speak, or look out the window. Arthur glances at them, curious, then focuses on the road. The city wakes, passengers come and go. The construction workers get off downtown, the nurse at the hospital, the young man at the university. Through it all, the silent figure remains, unmoving. Other passengers sit beside them, then leave. The figure is a fixed point in a world of motion. The bus empties and fills, but the silent passenger just sits, a silent observer on a journey to an unknown destination. The city brightens, but the mystery deepens. The journey continues. Every city bus is a theater of surveillance. Bus 808 is watched by 4 cameras, every moment recorded and logged. The system tracks every fare, every door opening, every stop. Investigators would later review the footage. The mysterious passenger boards at 5:17 a.m., pays and sits. For nearly 2 hours they do not move. Passengers fill and empty the bus. The figure remains, a statue in the flow. The data logs confirm. No stop request, no movement, no interaction. As the route nears its end, only a few remain, an elderly woman, a teenager, and the silent figure. The woman and teenager get off. Only Arthur and the passenger are left. The bus enters the final quiet stretch. The cameras keep rolling. The figure sits, unchanged. The bus makes its last stops. No one boards, no one exits. The passenger is still there, minutes from the terminus. The stage is set for the final act. But the most crucial moment is one no camera will ever see. The bus approaches its end, and the mystery deepens. The silent figure remains. The end of the route is routine for Arthur Vance. At 7:05 a.m., Bus 808 arrives at Northwood Transit Center. Arthur halts, opens the doors, and announces, "End of the line. This bus is now out of service." He expects footsteps, but hears only silence. Glancing in the mirror, the bus appears empty. He assumes the last passenger slipped out unnoticed. Following protocol, Arthur walks the aisle. checking for stragglers or lost items. He finds only a newspaper and a coffee cup. The bus is empty. Satisfied, he returns to the driver's seat, logs out, and prepares for the return trip. He doesn't think twice about the silent passenger. Only later, when the data is reviewed, does the strangeness emerge. The security footage cuts out abruptly. The last frame shows the passenger still seated, time-stamped 7:04:15 a.m. The next recording, at 7:09:30, shows Arthur walking down an empty bus. In those missing 5 minutes, the passenger vanished. No doors opened, no trace remained. The anomaly is discovered during a routine audit. A technician flags the missing video segment and the unaccounted passenger. At first, it's dismissed as a glitch. Hardware fails, software crashes. But this time, the logs show a passenger who never exited. The fare system and video confirm. A person boarded, sat, and then disappeared. The transit authority launches an investigation. Detectives review footage, enhance images, but the figure's face is always hidden. Security cameras at Central Station show the figure buying a card with cash, then boarding the bus. Police issue a public appeal, but no one comes forward. No missing persons match the description. Other passengers recall the figure, but no details. Arthur Vance is interviewed. He insists the bus was empty. He's trusted, with a perfect record. The facts are impossible to reconcile. The data says a passenger was there. The driver says the bus was empty. No fingerprints, no belongings, no trace. The passenger simply ceased to exist. The investigation stalls. When facts fail, speculation begins. The official theory: a power surge caused the cameras to reboot, and the passenger slipped off unseen. It's plausible, but detectives doubt it. The timing is too perfect. Could someone hide? The bus's design makes it impossible. Could Arthur have missed them? He walked the aisle himself. Was the driver involved? No motive, no evidence? Stranger ideas emerge. A prankster exploiting the system, a phantom, a ghost in the machine. Maybe the passenger triggered the camera reboot, but to what end? The most unsettling theory: the passenger never left, simply unseen by Arthur. But where did they go? No camera caught them. Every logical path leads to contradiction. The case is a perfect circle of impossibility. The investigation ends with more questions than answers. The mystery remains unsolved. The city moves on, but the story lingers. The case of the last passenger of Route 117 is now an urban legend among Crestwood transit workers. Officially, it's a technical glitch and a missed protocol. Unofficially, it's a ghost story. For those who've seen the files, the explanation feels hollow. The mystery exposes the limits of our surveillance age. We believe everything is seen, recorded, and accounted for. But Bus 808 proves there are still gaps, blind spots in the net. What happened in those missing minutes? Was it skill, chance, or something stranger? Perhaps the passenger was never real, just a glitch, a ghost in the system. In the end, we're left with a silent figure in a dark coat, a journey with no recorded end. This isn't a crime story, but a story about questions. It reminds us that mystery endures, just beyond the frame. There are always passengers who ride in the shadows, just out of sight. And sometimes, the city's quiet heartbeat skips a beat,